Does resting make you feel uneasy, even when your body is clearly tired? If slowing down makes you feel behind, lazy, or on edge, this episode is for you. I'm Sandy Bartlett, a self discovery coach for women who are ready to stop living from people pleasing patterns and start listening to their own truth, body, and inner authority. And this is Journey to Self, Power Beyond People Pleasing. Over the last few episodes, we've been moving through a quiet but powerful shift. Exhaustion when a role is ending, guilt after clarity, calm feeling unfamiliar. And today, we bring all of that home to the body. Because for many women, rest isn't neutral, it's uncomfortable. As you're listening, notice this. When you imagine resting without a reason, what happens in your body? No analysis, just notice. And before we keep going, I want to share the cards, yes, plural, that came forward for this episode. I pulled from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and 2 cards came out together, which matters. The first is transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. The second is Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Here's what's important about this pairing. Transformation isn't talking about mindset shifts or personal growth in the abstract. This card speaks to change that happens beneath conscious effort. The kind of change you can't rush. The kind your body initiates when it finally feels safe enough to stop holding everything together. And Akasha is the reassurance that often needs to come with that. Because when your body slows you down, when rest feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar, the mind wants to step in and ask, am I doing this wrong? Am I missing something? Shouldn't I be trying harder? Akasha answers that directly. This card says, you're not off track. You're not making this up. You are not failing your way forward. Your guidance isn't coming from urgency right now. It's coming from deep inner knowing. Together, these cards are a reminder that rest isn't a pause in your healing. It is the healing. And if things feel like they're shifting without your conscious direction, that doesn't mean you've lost control. It means something wiser has taken the lead. Most women don't struggle with rest because they don't value it. They struggle because rest was never modeled as something you're allowed to take, only something you earn. After everything is handled, after everyone else is okay, after there's nothing left to do, so rest becomes conditional. And when your body asks for it before those conditions are met, something inside you tightens, not because you're lazy, but because rest threatens an old identity. I'm valuable because I'm useful. I remember a season where nothing dramatic was wrong, but my body felt heavy all the time. I wasn't burned out in the obvious way. I was just done. And instead of listening, I kept filling the space. More engagement, more productivity, more being on. Not because I wanted to achieve something, but because slowing down made me uncomfortable. Stillness stripped away the distractions. And what I eventually realized was this. Rest wasn't scary because I'd fall behind. It was scary because without motion, I had to face the belief that my worth might not be tied to doing. That was the real edge. Pause the episode for a moment and finish this sentence, either out loud or on paper. I feel most uneasy resting when, and then fill in the blank. One phrase is enough. Here's what changes everything. Rest isn't the opposite of effort. It's the opposite of earning. When you rest without justification, your nervous system begins to learn a new truth. I don't have to prove I deserve care. That's not indulgence, that's repair. This is something we explored deeply inside my community, not as self-care advice, but as identity work. Because when a woman learns to rest without guilt, her energy, decisions, and self-trust begin to reorganize. If this episode is touching something real for you, you'll find the link to the community in the show notes. Right now, answer this honestly for yourself. Does rest still feel like something you have to earn? Yes or no? Just notice. And before you move on with your day, write this down. What do I believe will happen if I stop? You don't need to answer it fully. Just let it surface. For our whispers of wisdom, the body doesn't ask politely. It whispers first. Then it nudges. Then it insists. Listening earlier is an act of self-trust. For your empowerment action, try this once. Rest for 5 minutes without calling it productive. No reward, no reason, just rest. And notice what comes up. Your body isn't asking for more discipline. It's asking for permission. And sometimes the most powerful choice you can make is to stop. Until next time, be true to you.